wish I knew what I know now. Wisdom is the principal thing. All this time just wasted thinking I own anything. Humility clothes me from the top of my head, soles of my feet, yeah. Teach me, teach me, show me the way. Hide my face from the wickedness of this world, I pray. Take my hand, protect my heart, hide me in the shadow of your wing. Like a child, see purity in my eyes. Allow me to sit at your feet. Hear me, hear me. Show me your ways, teach me your paths. I'm yielding to your will. Your loving commitment will endow me, surround me in my coming and my going. Cleanse me, purge me, I want to be white as snow, so I may testify of your love to those in search of you. Show me the way. You desire truth, the inward parts you make me know you. Take my hand, casting all my cares, refresh me with the waters of life. Like a child crying softly, forgive me. Allow me to approach your throne. Know me, yeah. Know me. Have mercy upon me, O Elohim, according to your loving kindness. According unto the multitude of your tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Against you, you only, have I sinned, and done this evil in your sight, that you might be justified when you speak, and be clear when you judge. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, you desire truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you shall make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which you have broken may rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O Elohim, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your free spirit. Then will I teach transgression transgressors your ways, and sinners shall be converted unto you. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O Elohim, the Elohim of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of your righteousness. O Yahuwah, open up my lips, and my mouth shall show forth your praise. For you desire not sacrifice, else I would give it. You delight not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of Elohim are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. O Elohim, you will not despise. Do good in your good pleasure unto Zion. Build you the walls of Jerusalem. Then shall you be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer bullocks upon thine altar.
Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. But if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Most High, to observe and do all his commandments, then curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these lies and delusions, wake me up, show me a new dawn. Open your eyes, rise, children of light. I am awakened, I am awakened.
Israelites took out the ways of the heathen to make a covenant with Satan's government, turned their face away from the Most High, evil desire. 2 Kings 17 said they passed their sons and daughters through the fire. They began cutting divine spiritual ties, clinging to the heathen lies. Evil spirits bind, breaking souls, breaking spirits, ripping flesh, breaking minds. Running from the Most High wrath on the blood-stained path. 70 AD, Israelites fall. The Most High's chosen seed go into captivity. Hebrew Israelites watch nations rise. They watch nations fall. Four beasts, Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece. We pray for the fall of the fourth beast. Under the iron foot of Rome, we long to go home. A hopeless nation lies dead in the valley of the dry bones. Simulation of Shemites to Hamite clones. Israelites wrong.
All these lies and delusions, wake me up, show me a new dawn. Open your eyes, rise, children of light. I am awakened, I am awakened.
Israelites enslaved to build a wicked nation. No true identity, only tribulations. Fed scraps of swine, we eat the worst of the animal kind. Used, confused, they set us in high places to be abused. Control the tribe, control the tribe. Our leaders take bribes to continue the lies. Four beasts behind the scene in the skies, watching with the all-seeing eye. The heathen take flight into a new world order. Hebrews sleepwalking into a wicked system that's gonna fall. Awake, reject Babylon. Hear the trumpet of awakening. the day and night. Awake, the Most High's people, the Israelites. The earth has swallowed the flood of deception. The harvest ripe for collection. His people are walking, standing like a mighty army. The Most High has summoned, the Hebrews are coming. Awake, come out of captivity. Awake, you who sleep. Arise, receive the Most High's laws and commandments. We are the Israelites.
In my mind, all these lies and delusions. Wake me up, show me a new dawn. Open your eyes, rise, children of light. I am awakened, I am awakened. Clear my mind and my soul. Gave me a new mind. Oh, made me whole. I rise up.
Quam.
I'll be a new light.
Quam.
I am awakened.
Quam.
I am awakened.
Quam. Yes, you are.
All these lies and delusions. Wake me up. Show me a new dawn. Open your eyes, rise, children of light. I am awakened. I am awakened. Israelite's journey.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. Shah Shabbat, happy Sabbath, and shalom to the viewers. Today's topic is the 24 elders, right? The 24 elders and the 4 beasts. And I remember, 2 weeks ago, I taught a class. The class was the 7 churches, and I mentioned something about the 24 elders. I just mentioned a couple things about the 24 elders in Revelation, the 5th chapter. And I said that the 24 elders, they are known by the song that they are singing. But now in this class, I'm going to show you that the song that the 24 elders were singing, it was a redemption song. And they were singing about somebody else, not themselves. Okay, so keep that in mind if you watch that last class called the 7 churches. Okay, now what we're going to get into the 24 elders and the four beasts. We're going to go into John's vision. When John, in a vision, was invited to see the spirit world. Okay, there was 4 things that he saw. He saw the Most High sitting on his throne, and he saw the 4 living creatures, who is the 4 living beasts. And he saw the 24 elders, each seated on a throne. And he also saw the 7 spirits of the Most High. Okay, that's what he saw. Now, the 24 elders and the 4 beasts, they are portrayed as what? Ministering the prayers of the saints and offering an incense. They are portrayed as ministering the prayers of the saints that dwell on earth. Okay, now the 24 elders were already present in the spirit realm before the arrival of Christ, Yahushua, in the 5th chapter. You understand? When Christ arrived in Revelation, the 5th chapter, to open the seals, the 24 elders was already there, and the 4 beasts and the other angels was already there. Okay, you got me? So my point is that the 24 elders, where we're going to get scriptures on that later on, the 24 elders were created beings by the Most High. They was already there in the spirit realm. with the four living creatures, with the other angels. They wasn't redeemed from the earth. They wasn't part of the 144,000. They wasn't a part of the saints, because those saints coming back after the tribulation. They're going to be risen. So the 24 elders wasn't part of the bride that's going to marry the Lamb. Okay, and they wasn't redeemed from the earth, because the ones that was redeemed from the earth, Yahushua had to shed his blood for. Okay, they was redeemed by the blood of the Mashiach. So they were sinners, and they was a part of a fallen earth. But the 24 elders, they wasn't sinners. The four beasts wasn't sinners, and they wasn't a part of a fallen earth. Okay, so like I said, the 24 elders are created beings that has been with the Most High. They are not redeemed servants from the earth, and they are not the 144,000. They are not part of the bride who to marry the Messiah. Let's go to 1 Peter. I want to show something. 1 Peter, the first chapter, and the 10th to the 16th verse.
1 Peter chapter 1 and verse.
That's a lot. And by the way, my reader is Captain Yeshaya. Okay, continue.
1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what manner of time the spirit of the Mashiach which was in them did signify.
Right.
When it testified beforehand the sufferings of the Mashiach and the glory that should follow, unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things, which are now reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you with the Holy Spirit, sent down from heaven, which things the angels desire to look into.
Okay, so the angels, the spirit realm, is always looking into the grace of man, always looking into the salvation of man, because they don't get salvation. They don't get redemption. So they are looking into the creation of man. So they are looking into these things, what the prophets were doing, talking about salvation, talking about being redeemed, speaking about Christ got to shed his blood, Christ got to be crucified, and so forth. And angels are looking into what man is doing in this earth, the low level that man have became, the low level that man have came upon. So the angels is looking into these things. You see? Now, we're going to go into Revelation, the 4th chapter. And we're going to read that whole chapter. And I want to read Revelation, the 5th chapter. We're going to read that whole chapter, but we're going to come back at a later time with Revelation, the 5th chapter. Let's start with the 4th chapter. Start from the first verse. Revelation 4 and 1.
Revelation chapter 4 and verse 1. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet, talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on a throne. And he that sat on the throne was to look upon like jasper and sardine stone. And there was a rainbow round about the throne, in a sight like unto an emerald. And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold.
Okay, so this 4th verse, speaking about the 24 elders, this is what John saw in this 4th verse. And he said, And round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed with white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. Now let's deal with this word elders. Now, the Bible that I have is a King James Version. It's a keyword study Bible. It have the Hebrew and the Greek, and it have dictionaries in the back, Hebrew and the Chaldean, and it has the Greek. Okay, I have several Bibles. I have the old One West Bible, the little red Bible with the precepts and reference in the middle. This Bible here has the precepts and the reference in the middle, and it has a dictionary in the back. And I also have another Bible. I have different Bibles, a parallel Bible, all types of Bibles, all types of books. Okay, so the word elder in this 4th verse, when you look in the Greek dictionary of the New Testament in the back of this book, it's a number, 4245, and it gives you the meaning of elder. It say the elderly order, and it speaks about senior, and it speaks about a member of the celestial council. You see that? So the elder is a member of the celestial council. Now, celestial is relating to the heavens. Con? And terrestrial is relating to the earth. That's us. Y'all understand? Got me? Okay, let's continue to read. I just want to make that point on the elder, the meaning of it, okay, which is a member of the celestial council. And this is speaking about the 24 elders. Okay, continue with the 5th verse.
Revelation 4 and 5. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal. And in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts full of eyes before and behind.
Okay, say, and around the throne were the 4 beasts. These are what is called the 4 living creatures, or the creation of the Most High. The 4 beasts full of eyes before and behind, right? Continue.
And the first beast was like a lion, and the second beast like a calf, and the third beast had a face as a man, and the 4th beast was like a flying eagle.
Come on.
And the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about him, and they were full of eyes within, and they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 the Hamashiach Yahweh Almighty, which was and is to come.
Okay, so these 4 beasts, the scripture said that they rest day nor night, and they're like the 24 elders, just praise the Most High. They minister to the Most High. Okay, they offer offerings, and they offer the prayers of the saints to the Most High, the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. And to tell you this 8th verse, that these 4 beasts each had 6 wings, and they rest nor day nor night, and they praise the Most High. Holy, holy, holy. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter, 1 to 3. The book of Isaiah, chapter 6, 1 to 3.
Oops.
That's okay. Got time.
Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 1.
Come on.
In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Adawan sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims. Each one had 6 wings.
How many wings did they have?
Each one had 6 wings.
And in Revelation, how many wings did the beasts have?
6 wings.
6 wings. So in Isaiah, they're giving them names. They're saying that they are seraphims. Come on.
With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly.
You see that? It said each one of the seraphims had 6 wings. Like in the Revelation, the 4th chapter, the beast had 6 wings. In Isaiah, it said, with 2 wings, the seraphim covered their face. And with 2 wings, they covered their feet. And with the other 2 wings, they was flying. Okay, 6 wings. Continue.
And one cried unto another, and said, Holy, holy, holy is Yahweh Elohim.
Okay, it said holy. Go ahead.
The whole earth is full of his glory.
And the angels, the beast is crying, holy, holy, holy. Just like in Revelation, the 4 beasts was holy, holy, holy. The seraphims are crying, holy, holy, holy in the book of Isaiah. So there are names to these 4 beasts, seraphims, because the 6 wings, just like the 6 wings in Revelation, the 4th chapter, they are cited holy, holy, holy. In Revelation, the 4th chapter, they're doing the same thing in Isaiah, the 6th chapter. Okay? So let's go from there. Let's go to the book of Colossians. you know, to show you that the Most High have all types of creation, all types of spirit beings, and different names for them. They're called elders. They're called beasts. They're called living creatures. They have different names. They are angels. They're archangels. Okay, let's go to the book of Colossians, the first chapter, and let's read the 15th to the 17th verse.
Colossians chapter 1 and verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth.
It said all things was created by who? The invisible image of the Most High, the firstborn of every creation, and that's Christ, the Mashiach. It said by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth. It said visible and invisible. Continue.
Whether they be thrones.
Whether they be thrones. Now, when you study, when you study the angels, there's books. I got one. It's called The Angels from A to Z. Give you all the names, all the demonic names, and it give all the righteous names of the angels that's with the Most High. So thrones is another name for the angelic force. Thrones is an angelic order of the Most High in the spirit realm. Continue.
Or dominions.
And dominions is another angelic order. Okay, continue.
Or principalities.
And principalities is another order of angels. You got the order of thrones, you got the order of dominions, and you have the order of principalities. Continue.
Or powers.
Or powers, Al-Hayyim. That's another order of the angelic forces in the spirit realm. Go ahead.
All things were created by him and for him.
Continue.
And he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
And all things consist because of the Most High's creation in creating Yahushua. Now, John, in his visions, is being shown what was, what is, and what is to come. It's talking about the future. See, because what we're doing in the earth, we're waiting on time. See, we deal with time. But time is an earthly institution. There's no time in the spirit. You see, our concept of time is what limits us. There's no limits in the spirit. There's no constraints. There are no limitation to the Most High's power. There's no limitations to the Most High's insight. The spirit is eternal. Y'all understand? There's no limit to the spirit. And there's no limit to the spirit realm. Right? That's why when we read the scripture, the Most High speaks about 2 days, and the third day I shall raise them up. And we look at all the many years that we've been in captivity. Why? Because we on man's time. We're not on the Most High's time. See? And when we read in the book of Peter, the scriptures say a day with the Most High is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as 1 day. See? But we look at, well, days past, thousands of years we've been in captivity this long, but we're on man's time. We're on the earth time. We're not on the time of the spirit. You understand? So now let's go back and talk about the 24 elders. Now, before King David got knowledge of ordering the division of the priests in the Old Testament, in the book of 1 Chronicles, the 24th chapter, the priestly duties was already being done in the spirit realm with the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. They was already ministering to the Most High. They was offering incense, and they was offering the prayers of the saints. They was already doing that. So David ordered a priest was what? To offer incense and to pray for the people and to do the duties of the temple. So everything that's in the earth dealing with Israel, it was a pattern from the spirit realm first. You understand? So the 24 priest courses, the 24 priest orders that King David set up, it was already laid out in the spirit realm first with the 24 elders. You got me? And the tabernacle that Moses made, that sample came from what? It came from the spirit realm. The Most High told him and showed him, okay, you make this tabernacle this way. It's going to be in the earth, but it's a replica of the spirit realm. You have these linen curtains, you have this, and you have that. The sample came from the spirit realm. And in the earthly Holy of Holies is the manna. Inside the Holy of Holies. Now the manna were angels' food that the Israelites ate during their journeys. Okay, so everything is a pattern of the spirit world before it enters into the earth. Even the Lord's Prayer. Remember in the gospel when the disciples asked H.O.D.C, they asked Christ, Lord, teach us how to pray. What prayer did he give them? He said, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as where? As it is in heaven. So everything is a pattern from the spirit realm to the earth. So that number 24, the 24 priests, the 24 classes, the 24 courses, the 24 elders, because they was always in the spirit realm. Okay, they wasn't redeemed. They was always there. And we're going to get into the songs that they sung, and we're going to get into several of the songs. There were different songs. Con? Okay, now let's go to 1 Chronicles, the 24th chapter, from the 1st verse to the 5th verse. Book of the 1st Chronicles, 24, 1 to 5.
24.
1 Chronicles chapter 24, 1 to 5.
1 Chronicles chapter 24, verse 1.
And if you have a Bible with the references and the outline, it would tell you that 24th chapter, it would have the title, The Organization of the Priests. Y'all have that? Y'all have that Bible? Okay, the 24th chapter, the 1st verse to the 5th verse. Everything is dealing with Israel is a pattern from the spirit realm. Continue.
1 Chronicles chapter 24 and verse 1. Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aaron. The sons of Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father and had no children. Therefore Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office.
Did you know why they died before the Most High? Y'all know the story, right? They offered strange fire before the Most High, and the Most High had to get rid of it. Con, go ahead.
Verse 3. And David distributed them, both Zadok of the sons of Eleazar and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar, according to their offices in their service. And there were more chief men found of the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar. And thus they were divided. Among the sons of Eleazar there were 16 chief men of the house of their fathers, and 8 among the sons of Ithamar, according to the house of their fathers.
Okay, continue.
Thus they were divided by lot, one sort with another. For the governors of the sanctuary and the governors of the house of Yahweh were the sons of Eleazar and the sons of Ithamar.
Okay, so don't think David just came up with this 24. It was a pattern from the spirit realm. Okay, and the scripture tell you that David was wise, just like an angel, a king, a mighty man, priest, okay, and a man of wisdom. Okay, now what we just read, David divided this whole body of 24 classes or 24 courses, which was appointed to do the service in the weekly rotations. It says, so each course had to be attended at the temple twice in the year for a week each time of the 24 courses. Okay, and Abijah, which was the 8th course. Now, Abijah was John the Baptist, one of John the Baptist's ancestors, whom Zechariah was John the Baptist's father. So Abijah was Zechariah's ancestor, one of his ancestors. So let's go to the book of Luke, the 1st chapter. I'm just showing you a little bit about the 24 elders. But we're going to get back into the book of Revelation. The book of Luke, the first chapter. And read the 5th verse.
Luke chapter 1 and verse 5.
Come on.
There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abia.
See, Abia. But when you read in other scriptures and in other writings, it's Abijah. Abijah. Okay, same person. Go ahead.
And his wife was the daughter of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth.
Jump to the 8th verse.
Verse 8, and it came to pass that while he executed the priest's office before Yahweh in the order of his course, according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Adawan.
You hear that? In the order of the priest, in the order of his course, and according to the custom of the priest's office, his lot, this is Zacharias, John the Baptist's father, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Most High. This is in the earth. Now, what is the 24 elders and the 4 beasts doing in the spirit realm? They're burning incense, offering incense, and offering the prayers of the saints. So we're going to find out what the people was doing I'm cool. I'm all right. The water. In the earthly temple. Continue.
Salakia. Verse 6. And they were both righteous before the Most High.
Okay, jump. Read that 9th verse.
Come. According to the custom of the priest's office, his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of the Adawan. Mm-hmm. And the whole multitude of the people were praying without at the time of incense.
Now, what were the people doing? They were praying. At the time of what? The incense. Now, the 24 elders and the 4 beasts in the spirit realm, what were they doing before the Most High? Praying, ministering to the Most High, giving glory and praise to the Most High. And they was offering what? Hors d'oeuvres and incense for what? The prayers of the saints. Continue.
Verse 11. And there appeared unto him an angel of the Adawan, standing on the right side of the altar of incense.
Okay, we can move from that. Now, let's go to Revelation, the 7th chapter, and we're going to read 1st verse to the 4th verse.
Revelation.
Like I said, it's not going to be a long class. We just got a few more scripture. I just want to give you enough, that you can chew on and digest and try to get the camp out, because we got Pentecost coming in tonight. Everybody understand? We got Pentecost coming in and we're going to fix tonight. So I'm not going to hold you too long. All right. Revelation, the 7th chapter, from 1 to 4.
Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and sea,
right,
saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of Yahweh in their forehead. Mm-hmm. And I heard the number of them that were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Okay, so this is the sealing of the 144,000. Now, read the 11th verse.
Verse 11. And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders, and the 4 beasts, and fell before the thrones on their faces, and worshiped Yahweh.
You hear what that 11th verse is saying? And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders, the 24 elders, and the 4 beasts, and they fell before the throne on their faces, and they worshiped the Most High. Continues.
Saying, Amen, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our power forever and ever. Amen.
Always praising and blessing the Most High. Read on.
And one of the elders answered.
You hear that? And one of the elders answered. Continue.
Saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they?
Now, one of the elders, out of the 24, one of the elders asked John, "What are these? And who are these arrayed in white robes, and where they came from?" Or he can be like checking John, just throwing that question at John to see how John will respond to it. Or one of the 24 is asking, "Who are these people?" So this show you that the 24 elders wasn't part of that 144,000. They wasn't redeemed. You got me? Okay, continue.
Verse 14. And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
Okay, now, this 14th verse, John said, the elders, John said, and I said unto him, Sir. See how John said, I said unto him, Sir. So we call it one of the 24 elders, Sir. So now let's go back into, like I said, my Bible got the Hebrew dictionary of the New Testament in the back in the Greek. Then it got the Old Testament, the Chaldean, and the Hebrew. So let's look up Sir. The number is 2962. The definition is respectful title, God, Lord, Master, Sir, or supreme authority. So when this elder is speaking to John, if John said Sir, you know that the elder wasn't a regular elder. He was of a supreme authority that John saw, okay, within this elder. So John say, I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. John said, look, you know who these 144,000 are. You know who these people are arrayed in white. Read that 14th again.
And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
Okay, so one of the 24 elders is telling John, these are the ones that came out of great tribulation, and they have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. Okay, they have been redeemed by the blood of Yahushua, the blood of the Lamb. So the 24 elders and the 4 beasts, they didn't have to be redeemed. They wasn't washed or redeemed by Yahushua's blood because they was already there. See, the 144,000 from the earth have to be redeemed from a sinful world because some of us were sinners, and you had a lot of righteous, like the prophets was living in that fallen world. So Yahushua had to be that sacrifice to bring them back and to bring the peace between the Most High and the Israelites. You got me? So the 24 elders wasn't part of that. See, they never sinned. Well, we just read about the 4 beasts. Did the 4 beasts sin? And we went into Isaiah the 6th chapter. They are the seraphims. Angels, did they sin? No. Did Yahushua die for them? No. Was they ever washed in the blood of Yahushua? No, not the spirit realm, not the angels. Okay, that was for the earth. Okay, what we at 14? Read the 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore are they before the throne of Yahweh, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them.
Okay, now where would this temple be? Would be in the earth. Okay, because the scriptures say, and the Most High and Yahushua shall dwell amongst us. Okay, let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 4th chapter from 2 to 6.
Isaiah chapter 4 and verse
2 to 6.
In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel.
Okay, it's going to be a beautiful world, brothers and sisters. A beautiful earth, a new creation. Continue.
And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion, and he that remaineth in Jerusalem, shall be called holy.
It said he that is left where? Up in the spirit realm or left in the earth, left in Zion. They're going to be called what?
Holy.
Continues.
Even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem.
Everyone that is written amongst the living in the earth in Jerusalem. Go ahead.
When the outer one shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion,
Right.
and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning.
Okay, so this have to be done to people. This have to be done to humans, not to the angelic forces, not to the elders, 24, not to the 4 living creatures, not to the 4 beasts, not to the angels. Continues.
And Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat.
There should be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime. Read on.
From the heat.
Right.
And for a place of refuge.
A place of refuge, which would be down here. You don't need a place of refuge up there. Down here. Continues.
And for a covert from storm and from rain.
Okay, which would be here. You're going to get the rain here. You're going to get the storms here. Not up there. Y'all got it? Okay. Now, let's go back to Revelation. Let's read Revelation 21, the 21st chapter, 3 and 5. Then we're going to go back to Revelation 7.
Revelation chapter 21 and verse 3.
Right, 3 to 5.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men.
It said the tabernacle of the Most High is with who?
With men.
It's with men. Read on.
And he will dwell with them.
He will dwell with them. Continue.
And they shall be a people, his people.
Right.
And Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power.
Come on.
And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me,
Right.
It is done.
Right.
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. And I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely.
Okay, now let's go back to Revelation, the 7th chapter. And we're going to continue to read. Revelation 7, I think we stopped in, the 14th verse?
15.
Okay.
Revelation chapter 7 and verse 15. Therefore are they before the throne of Yahweh, and serve him day and night in his temple.
Right.
And he sitteth on the throne, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat.
Right.
For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of water. And Yahweh shall wipe away tears from their eyes.
From their eyes. And the scriptures say that they shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. 17th verse. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them. Now, the Lamb is Yahushua, and Yahushua is going to feed the people. He's going to feed us with all the discoveries about himself, all the mysteries. Okay, you're not going to doubt anymore because everything will be cleared up. Okay, that's how he's going to feed you, because that pure river of life, it proceeds from the Most High's throne and the Lamb's throne. You got me? Okay, let's go to the living fountains. Let's go to Psalms 36, 7 to 9. Psalms chapter 36, verse 7 to 9.
Psalms chapter 36 and verse 7.
Come on.
How excellent is thy loving kindness, O Yahweh. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings.
Yes.
They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them to drink of the river of thy pleasures.
Thou shalt make them to drink of the river of thy pleasure. Remember that 17th verse in Revelation, the 7th chapter, when it speaks about unto the living fountains of water. Okay, Continue to read in our Psalms. Read the 9th verse.
For with thee is the fountain of life.
Right.
In thy light shall we see light.
Okay. From here, let's go to Psalms 46, 4 and 5.
Psalms 46 and verse 4.
Right.
There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of Yahweh.
See, there's a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of the Most High. Read on.
The holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High.
Of the Most High. Read the 5th verse.
Yahweh is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. Yahweh shall help her, and that right early.
Okay, from here, let's go to the book of Zechariah, 13th chapter, in the 1st verse.
Zechariah chapter 13
Verse 1.
and verse 1. In that day there shall be a fountain opened unto the house of David, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness.
Okay, and this house of David is talking about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. It's talking about the nation. So it's a fountain. And we read about the fountain in Revelation 7:17. The fountain shall be opened to the nation of Israel. For what? For sin and for uncleanness. So it's showing you, so you know it's talking about something else. Okay? It's talking about the eternal life that Yahweh shall offer in which is the book of St. John, the 4th chapter. Okay, now let's go from here. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 8.
Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 8.
8 and 9.
And it shall be in that day that the living water shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be.
Okay, so when the Most High cleansed the earth, when he set Jerusalem up as the city, and when he set his people up, established them back in this earth, the cleaning of the people, and it will also be the cleaning of the world, of the earth as well, the rivers and everything, because they are polluted. Okay, the rivers and the atmosphere was destroyed as well. Okay, so this is what this is going into. Continue to read.
And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one power, and his name one.
There shall be one Lord, one power, and his name is going to be one. You ain't going to have all these different titles and these different names. It's going to be one. Now let's go to the book of John 4 and 10. St. John 4 and 10. St. John 4 and 10.
John chapter 4 and verse 10. Yahushua answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of Yahweh, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water.
Okay, he would have given thee living water. Now let's go find out what that living water is. Let's go to the 14th verse.
Verse 14.
Read 13th verse.
13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again.
Okay.
But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst.
He's talking about the physical water. Whoever drink of the physical water shall thirst again. But Yahushua said, what I'm giving you, continue.
But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life.
Everlasting life. See, that's what you're striving for. That's what you want. Everlasting life. Now, let's go to Revelation, the 14th chapter. And we're going to read 1 to 5. Revelation, the 14th chapter, 1 to 5.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
So the lamb, Yahushua, standing with the 144,000. Okay, and they all have the Father's name up here, doing the Father's will. Continue.
And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
Okay, happy, glad. Go ahead.
And they sung as it were a new song before the throne.
You hear that? And they sung as it were a new song before the throne. Keep that in mind. They sung as if it was a new song. It wasn't a new song, but they sung this song as if it was new. Continue.
And before the four beasts and the elders.
See, they singing this before the Most High's throne, before the 4 beasts, and before the 24 elders. So showing you the 24 elders is not part of this. They're not included in this. Continue.
And no man could learn that song but the 144,000.
Right. No man could learn that song but 144,000, which were what?
Redeemed from the earth.
Which were redeemed. Taken from the earth by what? By the blood of Yahushua. Okay, that didn't include the angels. That didn't include the 4 beasts. That didn't include the 24 elders. They wasn't redeemed. Yahushua didn't have to die for them. He didn't have to bring them back because they didn't go nowhere. They didn't commit no sin. You got me? Okay, come on.
These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb.
Okay, this is the 144,000. Being redeemed, they are the first fruits of the Most High and of the Lamb. And the scriptures say these are the ones that wasn't defiled with women. Okay, they wasn't into these idols and these different doctrines. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, and in their mouth, in the 5th verse, there was no guile in their mouth. Okay, now it said they was not defiled with women, for they are virgins, because what? They followed the Lamb. They not going to go outside of the script or outside of the law or go into idols and then go into left field, start dealing with other doctrines that's against the Most High. So they are virgins. They're going to be complete. Okay, they're going to be straightforward with the Most High. They're not going to intermingle with all this other stuff. That's why the scriptures say that the name of the Most High is written in their minds. They are thinking about the Most High always and all time. Their duties is about the Most High. So the women is the doctrines and the different teachings and idol worshiping and so forth. Okay, they're not going to be defiled there. They're going to be virgins to that. See, and the scriptures say, read the 5th verse, there's no guile found in their mouth. Read on.
And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh.
No fault at all before the Most High. No faults. Okay? Now, from here, I do read that 3rd verse again.
Verse 3, Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth.
And they sung as it were a new song. Let's go over to Revelation 15. Let's read 1 to 4.
Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh. Mm-hmm. And I saw as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire, and them that had gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass having the harps of Yahweh.
Okay, rejoicing, glad that we got out of this thing. Having a great time, man. Rejoicing, but afraid. Continues.
And they sing the song of Moses.
And they sing the song of what?
Of Moses.
Let's go back to Revelation 14:3.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 3. These are they which were not defiled with women.
No, 14:3.
Oh, Salakia. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne.
See, they sung as it were a new song. It really wasn't a new song. Let's go to Revelation 15:3.
Revelation 15:3.
Right.
And they sing the song of Moses.
Now, what song was it? It was the song of Moses. Okay, read on.
The servant of Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb.
Right.
Saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Adawan Yahweh, Almighty. Mm-hmm. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
Come on.
Who shall not fear thee, O Adawan, and glorify thy name? For thou art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest.
Okay, the scripture in the 4th verse say, the scripture say, who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? Who? Who crazy enough to not to fear the Most High and glorify his name, man? After the Most High show his power. They doing it now, but when the Most High actually show his power and they know that's coming from the Most High, who gonna not fear him? Okay, now we spoke about this song. This song, they in Revelation 14:3, they sung this song as if it was new, but it wasn't new. Revelation 15:3, it was this song of Moses. Now let's go to Exodus 15:1-3. Book of Exodus,
Chapter 15.
15th chapter, 1-3.
Exodus chapter 15 and verse 1.
Come on.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh.
See, then sang Moses, the song of Moses, then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Most High. Come on.
And spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
Okay, so the song that they was actually singing were the victorious songs of the Most High, because of the Most High victorious triumph acts. Remember coming out of Egypt when the Most High destroyed the Egyptians, the Pharaoh? They sung a song and they praised the Most High for his victorious acts. Remember when the Most High destroyed the Philistines and the Hittites? They sung a song. Remember Miriam sung a song. It was about the victorious and the triumph victories of the Most High. In the book of Judges, Deborah and Barak sung a song. And you know, in the book of Judges, it's all war. And they sung a song of the Most High's victory for, you know, the Most High delivering them and Most High getting the victory against his enemies. So these songs are victorious songs about the Most High. So in the latter days, in our time, what song would be sung? Would we be singing? The victorious songs praising the Most High, deliverance from Babylon and deliverance from the Antichrist. That's going to be a song that we're going to be singing, which is praising the Most High. When the Most High himself destroyed the beast, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. Okay, and the nations that come up against Israel. Israel is going to rejoice and praise the Most High for those victories. Those are the songs. But in the reality now, what is really the song? When you use your references and the precepts, the songs, it would take, where the precepts would take you all the way back. Yeah, we can sing the victorious songs, and like the 24 elders were singing the redemption song of the ones that was redeemed from the earth. They were singing the redemption song for them. So they wasn't included in these songs, because these songs was for the 144,000. Okay, they was redeemed from the earth. See, but the song that we're going to be singing is the song against Babylon and the victorious against the Antichrist. And we're being set into the kingdom. And the reality, the actual song is the word of the Most High. The actual song is his law. That's why the scriptures say no one knew. No one knew the song but the 144,000. Okay, when the scriptures say that the mark is in their heads, the Father's name is up here. Okay, the scripts is here, the laws is here. So no one knew that song but the 144,000, and no one was keeping the laws but them. So that's the song as well. Now, it wasn't new. Remember in Revelation 14 and I believe 3, it said they sung this song as it was new. But in Revelation 15 and 3 tell you that it was this song of Moses. And then we break it on down, it tells you that it really was the law, because it wasn't new, we just had stopped keeping it. We was rebellious, we went against the Most High. We done lost it. It wasn't new, we just wasn't doing it. See? So let's go to Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31 and 30.
Deuteronomy chapter 31 and verse 30.
30, right.
And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended.
You hear that? And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended. Now, Moses' song, if you have the Bible with the headlines, Deuteronomy the 32nd chapter is Moses' song. Start from the first verse. We're just going to get a little bit out of that.
Deuteronomy.
Let's read to the fourth verse.
Deuteronomy 32 and 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of Yahweh. Ascribe ye greatness unto our power. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment.
Okay.
A power of truth and without iniquity. Just and right is he.
Is he. Let's go back to Exodus 15 and let's read 1 to 3.
Exodus chapter 15 and verse 1.
Come on.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Yahweh is my strength and song. He is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
That's it. The Lord is a man of war. This is a song. This is a praise. The Most High is a man of war. The Lord is his name. This is what Moses, our ancestors, was praising the Most High for his victorious and glorious acts. You got me? Okay, now, in Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, give you, that's a long chapter, but it gives you more of the songs of Moses. Okay? Now, like I mentioned, that the 24 elders was already a part of the Most High's creation. They are created beings of the Most High. They wasn't redeemed. And we're going to get Revelation, the 5th chapter. That's going to be the last chapter that we get before we close, because one of the scriptures, the way it reads, would make us think that the 24 elders was redeemed from the earth. Okay? But we're going to go into that. But before we do that, let's go to Revelation, the 5th chapter and 8th verse. We're just going to get one verse out of this, and then we're coming back to that whole chapter.
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 8.
Okay.
And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Okay. So now, the scripture saying, when he had taken the book, this is Christ, this is Yahushua, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. When he taken the book now, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which what are the prayers of the saints. Let's go to Revelation, the 8th chapter. Let's read from 2 to 5.
Revelation chapter 8 and verse 2. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
Now this second verse, the scriptures say, and I saw 7 angels which stood before the Most High, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Continue.
And another angel came and stood at the altar.
It said, and another angel, not part of the 7, another angel came and stood at the altar. Read on.
Having a golden censer.
Having a golden censer. Come on.
And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne.
Which was before the throne. Go ahead.
And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before Yahweh out of the angel's hand.
Come on.
And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. and there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake.
Okay, now, when you read about the four beasts, in Revelation, the four beasts, it's at times, you know, they praised the Most High, but it was times when they was taking the judgment of wrath, they was taking it and giving it to the angels. And the angels was, you know, pursuing it, putting it into the earth. See? And this was done by the four beasts was initiating that contact. Giving it to the angels, and angels make it happen in the earth. Okay, so now let's go back into that 8th verse. Read that 8th verse again. Revelation 5 and 8.
Revelation chapter 5.
I had went over a little bit. Yeah, Revelation 5 and 8.
And verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the four beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb,
Right.
having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Okay, and this is the four beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. Remember, 24 elders and the four beasts have the harps and they have the incense with the prayers of the saints. Now, I took you away from Revelation 8, 2, and 5. Let's go back to that.
2.
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 8 and verse 2. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. Continue.
Yeah, continue.
And the smoke of the incense which came with prayers of the saints ascended up before Yahweh out of the angel's hand.
Now, when we read Revelation 5 and 8, it speaks about who's setting up and who's offering the prayers of the saints and how they are offering the prayers of the saints, right? It said the 24 elders. Okay, now in Revelation 8 and 3, it say that an angel came and stood by the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. Now, what were the 24 elders and the 4 beasts' job? When you read throughout Revelation and what we have brought out in the class today, their job was to do what? Offer the incense and the prayers of the saints, right? And minister before the Most High. So this angel in Revelation 8 and 3, read that 3rd verse again.
And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne.
Now the job of the 24 elders and the 4 beasts, their job was what now? Offer the prayers, the incense. Now, what is this angel doing? Same thing. So, when you look at the references, the precepts, this angel leads you right back to the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. So, the beginning of my class, I stated that the 24 elders were created beings of the Most High, and they always have been with the Most High. So, throughout Revelation, the offering of the incense was done by the 24 elders, and the prayers of the saints was done by the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. And this angel did the same thing. And the precept would lead you right back to the 24 elders. Okay, so they wasn't redeemed servants. They was already there. You got it?
Come.
Yeah, they was already there. Now, let's jump from here. Let's go to Revelation, the 5th chapter. This is going to be the last chapter. We're going to go into this. Let's start from the 1st verse.
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming. proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?" And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
No one was worthy. Continue.
And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon.
So John started crying, man. John started weeping. So, we doomed. The saints are doomed. Israelites are doomed. They ain't coming back. Who can open these seals, man? It got to happen. Continues.
Verse 5, and one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Now, who said this to John?
One of the elders.
One of the elders. So the elders is speaking to John. Look, the Lion from the tribe of Judah. The Mashiach is going to open this thing. So that elder knew all this. So he had all this from the beginning. Like the 4 beasts. Continues.
Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book, and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain.
You see that? In the midst of the Most High's throne, and in the midst of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, right in the middle of them, stood a lamb, as it have been slain. Continue.
Having 7 horns, and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh sent forth into all the earth.
Okay.
And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
Come on.
And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Okay, we just read that, and we went to our Revelation, the 8th chapter, and the 3rd verse, and read that. Go ahead.
And they sung a new song.
See, it's a new song. Now, this is the 24 elders and the beasts. They're singing this new song. This is called a redemption song. The song of redemption. The redeeming of the 144,000. The redeeming of the elect. Okay, read on.
Saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us unto Yahweh by thy blood, out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation.
Read that again.
And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to Yahweh.
It said, and thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to the Most High by what? By thy blood. Now, earlier in my classes, I had stated that the 24 elders wasn't redeemed by Christ's blood. But their singing a song said that we were. He said, you have redeemed us by thy blood. Right? Continue to read.
By thy blood, out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation.
Okay, so it would seem that the 24 elders is coming out of kindred, it's coming out of peoples, it's coming from the earth, it's coming out of the 12 tribes, it's coming out of Israel. It would seem that they have been redeemed from these people. Continue.
Verse 10. And has made us unto our power kings and priests.
See, now the 24 elders say, and has made us kings and priests. Read on.
And we shall reign on the earth.
And we shall reign on earth. So this is not talking about someone that been redeemed. They're in the spirit realm. Now they're going to go back to the earth to rule as kings and priests. Continue.
Verse 11. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of the many angels round about the throne, and the beast, and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000.
Okay,
and
remember in Colossians, you was going to read in thousands, right? And thousands. Remember in Colossians, the angels, they're different orders. You had dominions, you had thrones, you had principalities, and you had powers. And then you got the elders, you got the 4 beasts, the cherubims, you got all types of stuff out there, man. When John was invited to this vision, to see the spirit realm, it blew his mind, man. Just like Ezra, when you read in 2nd Ezra, the apocalypse of Ezra, the angels had to explain what he saw. When you read in some of the writings of Peter, Paul, Moses, the Assumption of Moses, Apocalypse of Moses, angelic beings have to explain to them what was going on. And they had to break down those visions. Okay? Now continue.
And thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessing. And every creature which is in heaven, and on the earth, and under the earth, and as such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory, and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne,
Right.
and unto the Lamb forever and ever. And the 4 beasts said, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever and ever.
Okay? All they doing is ministering to the Most High. And they praising Yahweh for his redemption work. Now let's go back to that 9th verse.
Verse 9.
We're going to read 9 and 10.
And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us unto Yahweh by thy blood out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation, and hast made unto us our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Now, by reading this, you would think that the 24 elders is singing a song, the redemption song, about themselves, right? Because it say us, and you have made us. Remember, I did a class way back. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And we all was, I think you was sitting up here with me. We all was interacting with that class. And the title of that class was called The Explanation of the Bible. Remember that class? Y'all remember the class? Let me see. Y'all may not have been in that class, but there's a lot of brothers in that class. And remember, we was going into scriptures. Like in the book of Kings, where it spoke about Solomon's stables. The number of stables in Kings was different than the number of stables in Chronicles. So we kind of went back and forth, and we kind of put it in order. Okay, the meaning of it, right? And remember when we spoke about Judas Iscariot? When the scriptures say Judas went and he hung himself, but then you read in another gospel, it said that Judah leaped and his guts spewed out, right? But then we went back and forth, right? We said, wait a minute. And we started analyzing and started meditating on that scripture, how it was reading. So we said, wait a minute, yeah, Judah was hung first, then they cut him down, then he fell, then his guts gushed out. So what we was doing with that class, Explanation of the Bible, we was kind of putting things together, get some understanding out of those breakdowns and understanding out of those scriptures. So now in Revelation 5 and 9, we're going to do that again, get some understanding from that, because reading throughout Revelation, the 24 elders has always been with the Most High and the 4 beasts. They always together. And we read who the 4 beasts were. They are the seraphims. Angels with 6 wings. And then Revelation, the 8th chapter, the 3rd verse, an angel was offering the prayers and so forth, which that goes right back, if you read your precepts and your references, goes right back to the 24 elders. So we'll read that 9th verse again. Read that.
Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book.
This is the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. They sung a new song. Read on. Thou art worthy to take the book. Read on.
And to open the seals thereof.
To open the seals thereof.
For thou wast slain.
For thou wast slain.
And hast redeemed us.
And hast redeemed them. See that? And has redeemed them. The 24 wasn't redeemed. So they're speaking about someone else. The 144,000, they're talking about the redeemed from the earth. So has redeemed them to who?
To Yahweh.
To Yahweh, read on.
By thy blood.
Right.
Out of every kindred. And tongue and people.
Okay, so you know Israel is into all that. Okay, over in the northern tribe, the kindreds and so forth. Continue.
A nation.
Right.
And has made us unto...
They in all nations as well. Go ahead.
And has made us unto our power.
And has made them unto our God, what?
Kings.
Kings.
And priests.
Priests. And what?
And we shall reign.
And they shall reign on earth. You see that now? Okay, when you kind of put it kind of where it kind of belongs. Now, get me that scripture when I had did a class on this, when it's in Luke, I believe. It's in the Gospels. Let's go to Mark when Yahushua is on the cross and the two revolutionaries, they said thieves, but they were revolutionaries, is on the right and left. And let's go to that real quick. I want to show y'all something in that. I know the story is in all the Gospels, but it's something I want out of that. I think it's in Luke, where Yahushua said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you today, you shall be with me in paradise." Get that real quick. Is it in John?
It might. Yeah, I don't think it's in.
Okay, let's try John. Luke what?
Luke 23.
Luke 23?
23.
Okay. Luke 23 and
23.
Right. Let's read. If everybody go to the book of Luke. Start from the 39th verse.
Luke chapter 23 and verse 39.
Right.
And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, If thou be the Mashiach, save thyself and us. But the other answering rebuked him, saying, Dost not thou fear Yahweh, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing amiss.
Come on.
And he said unto Yahushua, Adawan, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
You hear that? The revolutionary, the thief, said, look, the Messiah, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. Read on. Now he's talking about kingdom. He's not talking about up there. He's not talking about that paradise. He's not talking about the spirit world. Read on.
And Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
Now Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. So you read this, you would say, well, when the thief died, he went straight to the kingdom. He went straight to the spirit realm. Matter of fact, he got there before David now. he got there before everybody else. But then you start looking at it. Okay, now I got many Bibles. The Hebrew Greek study Bible. I have the parallel Bible. I have about 4 or 5 Bibles that I use. I use a lot of history books, for learning. Okay, to try to, to get everything balanced. Now, the 43rd verse it reads, and Jesus said unto him, verily I say unto thee, come, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. So with that comma there, you would think that, hey, the thief is going to be in paradise right today. When Yahushua hadn't ascended to the Father yet. Right? Because when he came back to the disciples and Mary saw him, he said, I hadn't ascended to the Father yet. So you mean tell me the thief is going to be there? Wait, man, where Yahushua be? I'm wondering what happened to him. I'm already here. You know? So it's the comma. When you put the comma in the right place, it said, Jesus said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee today, come, shall thou be with me in paradise. So Yahushua was telling him that day where he's going to be. So what Yahushua was offering him, now the thief asks about the kingdom. So Yahushua was offering him what? The resurrection. That's what he was offering, the resurrection. You'll have a shot at the resurrection. Because the scripture said, blessed are those in the first resurrection. See, so that's what he was offering if you put that comma in the right place. Said, verily, verily, I say unto thee today, come, shall thou be with me in paradise, which is the kingdom. Not up there, but the kingdom on earth in that resurrection. That's what he was giving him. Yeah, so, because the thief asks, remember me in your kingdom. Not that you're going up there. See, paradise, you got paradise in the spirit realm. Remember what Paul said? He was taken to the third heaven. He seen paradise. And the Garden of Eden in the earth was symbol of what? Paradise. Okay, so our kingdom is going to be paradise. It's going to be a pattern of the spirit realm. Like when you say your Lord's Prayer. Like we said it earlier, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The Most High is trying to get the same structure. That's the way the Garden of Eden should have been. The same structure until Adam kind of messed up. Because when you read in the book of Job, when it speaks about all the sons of the Most High came and Satan came also. All these different angels were given their reports, because the scripture speaks about many worlds. So they was giving their reports. Satan would say, hey, look, I came from the earth. But if Adam, if he hadn't fallen, Adam would be the representation. See? But when Satan took Yahushua up to the mountain in Matthew 4, Satan told Yahushua, look, this kingdom, all these kingdoms, they was given to me. Because Adam gave it up. Adam would be that representation. See? But he's not. If he hadn't messed up. So we can't go back and, try to rewrite the scriptures. What if he hadn't messed up? He would have been in that position. So let's go back to, okay, we read that about the thief. Well, that comma is after today, the word today. Okay, let's go back to Revelation and read that 9th verse. We're going to read that 9th verse again.
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. And they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us.
And thou wast slain and hast redeemed them, the 144,000, the servants of the Most High. You were slain because, remember, a scripture above in the 8th verse, where the 24 elders and the 4 beasts and the throne is there, Yahushua comes right in the middle as a wounded lamb, a sacrificial lamb. And then they begin to sing this song. Okay, he wasn't slain for us. He was slain for them. See how it's reading? It said, thou wast slain and hast redeemed them to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nations. And the 10th verse, and has made them unto our God, not their God, unto our God, kings and priests, and they shall reign on the earth. Okay. Did we read to the 14th, or we got something missing?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
No. Yeah, we
Oh,
before.
I think we did.
Before.
Okay, read the 14th verse again.
And the 4 beasts said, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever.
Okay, now what I want to do here is give you like different breakdowns of Revelation, the 5th chapter, from the 9th verse to the 10th verse. How these breakdowns read, you know, from other scriptures. Okay. Now, one reads the 9th verse, as we read it, it said, by your blood. But this script reads, it say, by your blood you ransom people for the Most High out of every tribe, and you have made them a kingdom of priests to our God, and they shall reign on earth. You got it? Then it's another version of it. It said, because you were slain with your blood, you purchased for God persons from every tribe. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve God, and they will reign on the earth. Okay, now another version of it is, because you were killed, and with your own blood you bought for God people from every tribe. You let them become kings and serve God as priests, and they will rule on earth. Okay, those are the different versions of breakdowns of how that Revelation 5 and 9 and 10 reads. Okay, so the people, those who were singing, were the 24 elders and 4 beasts. They wasn't ransomed. They wasn't a part of the redeemed. They were just singing that new song, which is a redemption song. Okay? Now, let's go to Isaiah 25 and 8. And then we're going to get ready to close in a minute. The book of Isaiah 25 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 8. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Most High Yahweh will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth. For Yahweh hath spoken it.
Okay, death has to be swallowed up. And that's going to be at the end time. When you read in Revelation, Yahweh said death was thrown in the lake of fire. Okay, you still got death. And there's still at Yahweh's coming. When you read in First Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, from the 15th to, I believe, the 17th verse, when Yahweh appeared, it said the dead shall be risen first, and we which are alive shall be caught up. Okay, so it is going to be resurrection. There is going to be some that's redeemed by his blood, but it's not the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. And the saints, the Old Testament saints and the New Testament saints, will be resurrected as well. See, let's read Isaiah 26 and 19.
Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 19.
Right.
Thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise.
See, go ahead.
Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead.
Right, see, now let's go to the book of Job. The book of Job 19, 25 to 27. Book of Job, chapter 19, we're going to read verses 25 to 27.
What chapter?
Job chapter 19, verses 25 to 27.
Job chapter 19, verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth.
This is Job speaking. Job is speaking. He said, look, I know my Redeemer. Who is his Redeemer? Christ. And this is Job in the Old Testament, right? All the way back then in the Old Testament, in the old world, by the Spirit, they knew of the Mashiach, they knew of the Messiah, they knew of Yahushua. See, Job is speaking about the Messiah. Moses spoke about it. In the book of Genesis, it's written about it. Read on.
And that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth.
See, Job is saying, for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day up on the earth. Read on.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
Job said, look, after my skin, worms destroy this body. After I'm dead, in the grave, the worm is going to destroy the body. Right.
Yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh.
He said, in my flesh, even though the worms destroy my body, but in my flesh, I'm going to see my power. Job is going to be risen up. See? Now, if Job should be one of the 24 elders. I mean, it should be more than 24 if they was redeemed from the earth. Shouldn't just be 24. You had Elijah, Elisha, Job, you had Abraham, you had all them great brothers, man. Yeah, so Job is saying, look, in my flesh, I shall see the Most High. So Job is coming back. Job would be resurrected. The saints will be resurrected. Continue.
Whom I shall see for myself.
I heard about it. I read about it. But I will see for myself. Even though the worms destroy my body, but in my flesh, I'm coming back. I'm going to be resurrected. I'm going to meet him. Read on.
And mine eyes shall behold.
Come on.
And not another, though my reins be consumed within me.
Okay, I won't have to read no more. I won't have to hear people telling me. The prophet won't have to tell me anymore about this guy, about this Messiah. I'm going to meet him for myself. Right. I'm going to see him. I'm going to touch him. And when we read in Revelation, the 7th chapter and the 17th verse, when it spoke about the living fountains, and when it spoke about Yahushua is going to feed us, and I know those brothers from the Old Testament is going to have some questions, and they're going to want to know the discoveries of Yahushua as well. How did this whole plan fall into place from the beginning of the earth? Since you the Word, and you was always with the Most High, you are a created being of the Most High. How did this thing, fold out, man? How did this thing come about? You know what I'm saying? So we all want to know that, right? Brothers and sisters, we have a great future, man. I mean, if you don't look forward to anything else, look forward to the kingdom. That should uplift you every day, even your worst days. When you're on the job or you out in society seeing all the negative and the mess that's going on out there, all the wickedness, think about that kingdom. Think about it's not going to last, brother. It's an end to it. The kingdom, the future kingdom is forever, but it's an end to this kingdom. So always remember and think about that when you're on the trains and you're seeing all this madness. You got your head down thinking, oh man, pick up this check, got to give this, now how I'm going to pay this bill. But I know what you're going to do. You're going to get the best of the best first, and everybody else got to wait. You're going to do you first. Yeah, they just got to wait. And I get behind a little bit longer. But the kingdom is our source, man. The kingdom is our source of rejoicing. The kingdom is our source of strength. The kingdom is our source of hope. The kingdom is our source of grace. Because if Yahushua didn't put that work in, brother, what did the Most High tell Moses? I'll raise up these rocks. Don't need you. And he really don't.
That's right.
So that's our hope. And brothers and sisters, and the viewers, I hope y'all got something out of the class. I hope y'all got some understanding and got something out of class with the 24 elders and the 4 beasts. Okay, any additional information or please do so. And with that, brothers and sisters, Shah Shabbat, happy Sabbath. And the brothers and sisters that celebrate Pentecost, have a great Pentecost, and have a great first fruit, and have a great feast in the name of Yahweh Shai. And I'll say the water, Shalom.
Shalom. I got something. Yeah, that's right.